What's going on, Navwar community? Today I'm on location at Navwar in the beautiful San Diego, California, having a fireless fireside chat with these two fine admirals right here. We've got Admiral Small. How you doing, sir?
Awesome.
Awesome. I love it.
What a fantastic day to have Mohawk Matt in the Navwar house.
I'm here, sir. Here to help get the message out of the goodness you guys are doing out here.
Yes.
Also, Admiral Ruttenberg. What's going on, sir?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Doing another great day here. Great weather, and the ability to just get out and get around, get outside, come down and see you down here by the fireside.
Yeah.
It's a great day.
Fantastic. So, what are some of the great things you guys are doing at Navwar, and what is Navwar for the layman's folks like myself?
Well, for the layman folks, we call ourselves the Navy's Geek Squad. So we are we're one of the five systems commands in the Navy, and we're the ones that provide all the sort of connectivity, whether it's networking, communications, intelligence type systems. Basically any C4I gear, how it connects securely, cyber security, you name it, that's what we do.
That's excellent. You have a big part to play in that as the chief engineer out here.
As chief engineer, work for Admiral Small and make sure that we are implementing modern ways, commercial best practices to get after RMF, cybersecurity, just modernization of everything we have going across the C4I, both ashore and afloat. And so it's a huge job, the breadth that we do here at Navwar, as well as when we say Navwar, the warfare centers. What they bring in a world-class engineers, they're second to none in what they bring and how they innovate and then how we integrate. So it's fantastic.
That's fantastic. Recently, Naval X, we put a video out of him in a T-Rex outfit. He looks a little different today.
He does look different. He may not be recognizable to your Naval X platforms on LinkedIn. But it is him.
Yeah, but I got a lot more followers now that I've worn that outfit.
Yes.
Yeah, the T-Rex has play. It does. It does. Well, I think it shows to just you've both done it very well, showing the human side of being an admiral. Is yes, you have important roles to do and important things to do for the Navy to help Marine sailors and the DoD, but you're still human. You're still people.
Well, he is. As I told you before, I'm not human.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that your charging port I saw over there in the hallway?
Exactly.
You just step in it at night and kind of reset.
No, it is. We are human, and that's one of the neat things about the Navy is you start out very junior person and you're constantly through mentorship and everything. There's always somebody looking out for you at that the next level up or whatever, and you just can't forget sort of where you came from, and the Navy sort of has built-in processes for that, and by the time you get to be really old, yeah, you're still a human being, and it's pretty neat.
That's fantastic. So what are some of the cool things, awesome, as you said, things that you're doing at Navwar right now?
Well, I think, one of the things we're trying to do is we look at, areas where, we as a Navy and Marine Corps need to improve, in terms of software development and things like that. DevSecOps has been a big push. It's certainly more than a buzzword here. We've been working on, really changing the culture about how we develop and deliver capability. So we've been pushing software through continuous delivery pipelines for some time now. So we have a couple of instantiations of DevSecOps already at Navwar. Eric and his team have, in particular, taken the lead for the Navy really in figuring out how do you do cybersecurity in a correct manner in a pipeline like that. You could convince yourself that process might slow you down if you didn't actually take a hard engineering look at it and bring everybody together to really tear it apart. So we recently published some guidance on that. Eric signed it out. I'll let him talk about it, but it's a big deal. That's just sort of one area, I'd say.
Well, and process is important. Process, maybe sometimes it can get in the way, but the right process can do the right job. Let's talk about what you guys just released.
Well, so the way to best describe Raise, and I think Admiral Small mentioned it the other day during Infosys, and I think the CNO when he had his visit out here, he saw it. He immediately picked up on our reference to Amazon. It's like buying a book or going to, if you're an iPhone or an Android user, going to that app store. And Raise is our way of getting at that to the app store. So Apple and Android users today, they give a process out to developers. And the developers say, if I build this app in this way, I can go through the whole process, get that approved by the vendor, and put it out in the app store so that users like you and I can download the next cool gadget, geek thing to put on our phones.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing that for C4I. So if a developer comes in or a warfare center comes in and says, hey, here's this thing, I'm going to build it in the cloud, right? I'm going to follow this whole process, and at the end, so continuous development, continuous monitoring, and continuous integration. Now, a user out in the fleet can say, yes, I'm ready to download that app. I want that cool tool. Click one button, verify that it's ready to go, download it, and go.
That's incredible. That's very powerful. So the Raise and a playbook from Naval X kind of just came out related to that too, right?
Yeah, we're grateful for Naval X for pushing that out. Jonas and the team helping us distribute that, get the word out, because you can have any number of DevSecOps environments, right? The key part of that is Raise, right? So we've got this pre-approved process. I don't care what environment you're in. If you use Raise as your building, again, your umbrella for how you want to build something, we can immediately take that through inheritance and say, yes, we'll push that out.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's secure. We know that cyber and IA has been built into it. That's the key part. So give me any DevSecOps environment. I'll give you Raise, and now we've got real-time apps.
Well, I think you said it there perfectly, it's not about that you have to do it this way. It's about this is a secure way that we've created for you. And oh, by the way, here's all our lessons learned from it inside that playbook.
Absolutely. And in the aviation, surface, submarine, you name the community that's been out there as a warfighter, we come up with processes. So aviation, we have NATOPS manuals, right? Those are written because we've seen accidents, right? It's done in blood. This is the same way. This is just our way of doing information warfare. We have a process. We know what happens if you don't do it this way. So now we're providing that manual. So that's the way we should look at it. It's the blue book. It's from an engineer's perspective, it's what's the process I'm going to do to restart a plant, restart an airplane engine. It's all of that.
Fantastic.
Just from an information warfare capability.
That matters. I think saving people's time and learning from what you guys have made now successful is important. It makes a difference.
And you said, I think you said that it's amazing. It's only amazing inside the Department of Defense because the rest of your life is actually led using technologies like that. That's all we're trying to do is bring world-class commercial technologies to the naval environment. That's what we're trying to get to. So, key to being able to unleash all these cloud-based development environments is really getting to a platform. Just like your iPhone is certainly itself is a platform and then has other applications on Yelp, right, is another platform, right, where the marginal cost of developing something new is fractional compared to if you had to bring everything, right? And it allows you to do development in the cloud and all these other really cool, world-class things. And that's what we're trying to get to is a culture and environment where speed is treasured, right? And everything we do is how do you get to continuous delivery of updated capability, just like you get in the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's if you can make it just coming to work, come to the Navy, and there is no difference, that's the end goal. That's fantastic.
Right. And from a workforce development perspective, right? If you're going to school today and learning software engineering, you're not learning how to code and Ada and whatever other
You
things we
mean
have
they're
out
not
there.
teaching cold fusion in school anymore?
Well, they may be. I don't know, but that is the way the world works now. And so we have to change rapidly to be able to adopt and make sure that we're getting the talent that's required, and then unleashing them on our problems. That's really what a lot of this is about.
Fantastic. Is there anything else either you want to share about some of the things you're doing here at Navwar, San Diego? I mean, you guys have awesome weather all the time, so not a bad place to do your work.
Well, I don't know about the weather. Admirals Small makes me come in before the sun comes up. I don't get to leave until the sun goes down. But the one thing that we are working on really hard, I think, that people don't understand is it's also about the data that these applications use. So we've really accelerated our understanding of data. Some of it came from, I would say because of COVID, we looked at how we do tracking and tracing of those that have COVID, those that don't, who's vaccinated, impacts on ships at the pier side. That's just one small step. But now we look at data, and it's everywhere. And now, how do we use these applications to get at that data? And then as we update applications, the data doesn't go away, right? The data is still there. So again, I think that's the one piece that we are still working on aggressively is how do we exploit or utilize the data we have and then get after it. And I think that's something that we really, with the warfare centers, and it's across all the syscoms, everybody has these phenomenal concepts of how to get after data, and that's really a key point for us.
And we have some really great news stories, on that front. We basically every person that comes to Navwar has to take at least I think it's a 2-course sequence in data analytics, and then supervisors have to take even more. So we make sure that everybody has a good grounding in kind of what Eric talked about. Like data is there's probably too many people say data is the new oil, but it really is. When it comes to how the world works, data is king. And so making sure that we understand that, and then our ability to do all once you have data that is you can discover and operate on. There are so many tools that we can bring to bear to make sense of all that data. Everything from how we do sustainment, right? How we provide dashboards for cyber readiness to the platform level, right? What percentage of networks have been scanned and patched, and all that sort of stuff. All by being able to manipulate existing data sources using tools that are commercially available. Because of the inherent nature of data and data science and data analytics to the workforce here, we're able to kind of develop those things very, very quickly.
I think data is currency. Like without data,
Yes.
I mean, we couldn't prepare anything that we do as a Navy, as a Marine Corps organizations, all the things that we do a lot of planning.
Right.
We use strategic planning. That's all coming from previous data.
Right.
So I think it's powerful. You guys are focusing on it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a core. It's core to everything. When you want to bring AI, machine learning, but even to the lower end, robotic process automation, it all operates on data. The right data, lots of data, all those sorts of things. So it's a core thing for us.
Fantastic. Well, gentlemen, thank you. Anything else to share?
Yeah, I'll just share. Navwar, again, sort of being the geek squad, right?
You got shirts for that? You need to make some
We
T-shirts.
don't yet, but we need to.
I know some people.
Yeah, you do. We have a tremendous workforce that really gets after it, and it's not just the headquarters here. It's not just Eric's organization, but we also have 3 really solid program executive offices that we support, right?
Yeah.
That are affiliated with Navwar, and then we have two really 3 echelon 3 field activities. So between the Naval Information Warfare Center Pacific, Atlantic, and then our space field activities. So while we're sitting here talking about things like DevSecOps and all that, those people are out there actually using it and doing it and in every aspect of warfare, directly supporting at the edge of the spear right now. It's a literally a global enterprise. So we have units all over the world. Everywhere where ships pull in, you can get access to Navwar help. And so it's been a really neat experience for me personally. Coming here after spending a lot of time in NAVC, but
Have you been here a year yet?
it hasn't been
Yeah.
a year. It hasn't been a year, and it's gone by so quickly. Honestly, it really it's gone by so quickly because there is so much to learn every single day. And part of what I appreciate about talking to you is that because I've come from other parts of the organization, the Navy organization, I see where there are areas where we don't share enough. Things that are going on in different parts of the Navy that just need to have light shed on them. People need to understand what people are doing in these spaces. And it's not something that we naturally do. When people are just kind of, up to their elbows in their job, they don't think, oh, I should go and talk to Navwar about what I'm doing here, right? It's not, unfortunately, it's just not part of what we consider, unfortunately, our day jobs. But that is one thing that you all do that I think is tremendously helpful, because what we have to get out of the mode of constantly relearning how to do things. Somebody else has solved the problem. Let's make sure everybody gets to that level before taking it to the next level. Okay? And in this competition we're in, we don't have time to sit around and relearn things. So I just like to say thank you for what you do, because it is a tremendous service. I have learned so much just from the sharing from this platform of Naval X, and I hope that there's plenty of other people out there that can say the same thing on the information coming the other way. So it is a tremendous organization, and we really appreciate your time.
Dylan, thank you, sir. That's exactly what we're trying to do, just help connect, break those silos.
You got it.
Appreciate the support, I think this is the second or third time with both of you recording.
Yep.
So thanks always for your time, and let me crash your San Diego party.
Yes. And next time maybe we'll have a fire.
I don't know, do I gotta wait till December? Do I want a fire in June?
We probably wouldn't want to light a fire in that chimney. We'd find out
Like
all.
in general?
In general, we would not want to know what's in there. Frankly, I'm still wondering, why do we have a fireplace? But it turns out, these buildings, I don't know if this one is, but these buildings, I don't know if you guys have seen the history of them.
I saw a little bit.
The buildings themselves are a pretty tremendous story from, the arsenal of democracy and, World War II.
Mhm.
Churning out this is an airplane factory.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
it's excellent. Well, thank you both. Appreciate your time. And you learn a little bit more about Navwar. There you go. Have a great one. See you.